Okay, so this video is for the relationship between the mark-on based on cost and the mark-on based on selling price. So basically, kapag yung mark-on based on cost natin is given, pwede nating makuha from that yung mark-on based on the selling price natin. Also, kapag meron tayong mark-on based on the selling price, pwede nating makuha yung mark-on based on cost natin from that selling price. Okay? So, our formula na meron tayo, so, if the given is the rate based on cost and then you are looking for the rate based on the selling price, ito yung gagamitin nating formula. Okay? Slideshow. Okay. So, ito yung gagamiting formula kapag rate based on cost is given, then we are looking for the rate based on the selling price. And if we are looking for the rate based on cost and the rate based on the selling price is given, this is the formula that we will use. So that is rate based on rate based on selling price divided by 1 minus rate based on the selling price. Okay? So let us have our first example. So, a retailer sells an ink cartridge for a certain brand of printer with 36% mark on based on cost. Determine the selling price of one cartridge which cost the retailer 295 pesos per unit. So, in here, disregard muna natin yung buong given dito. Determine the selling price of one cartridge per unit. Focus lang muna tayo sa 36% mark on based on cost. So, kunin natin yung given natin, which is the rate yung rate based on cost natin is equivalent to 36% or 0.36. So, kung gusto nating makuha yung rate based on the selling price natin, our formula, rate based on the selling price, is equivalent to the rate based on cost all over 1 plus rate based on cost. Check lang natin kung tama. Okay, so RC 1 plus RC. Okay. So, ang gagawin natin, substitute lang natin. Rate rate based on selling price is equals the RC natin. We have 0.36 all over 1 plus yung RC rate based on cost is 0.36. So, add lang muna natin yon. Rate based on the selling price, we have 0.36 all over 1 plus 0.36 is 1.36. Then, i-add natin ngayon, ay divide natin. So, we have 0.36 on your calculator divided by 1.36. Ang makukuha natin is rate based on the selling price. Makukuha natin is 0.2647 0.882 35294. Of course, hindi natin lahat yan isusulat. Yung 4 decimal points na lang yung susulat natin. Tanggalin natin. Sandali. So, erase na natin to. Yung 4 decimal value na lang. So, we have rate based on the selling price is equals to 1, 2. You have 26.47%. Okay? So, yung rate based on cost natin is 36%. And then, rate based on the selling price natin is 26.47%. So, i-check natin kung tama ba yung makukuha natin. So, para i-check natin, yung rate based on cost mo, i-multiply mo siya sa cost, which is this one. And then, yung rate based on selling price mo, i-multiply mo siya sa selling price. So, dapat pareho yung makuha ninyo or hindi man siya pareho, means hindi, so dito, hindi na siya ganun kapareho kasi nagbawas na tayo ng digits dito. Kapag kinuha natin lahat ng number, saktong-sakto, pero dapat kapag itong ginamit natin, hindi masyadong malayo or halos 0.1 lang yung difference nila. Okay? So, subukan muna natin yung rate based on cost times the cost natin. So, ang gagawin mo for checking, rate based on cost mo, multiply mo lang siya sa cost. Rate based on cost is 0.36 times yung cost natin, which is 295. Okay? So, 0.36 times 295, that is equivalent to 106.2. So, this should be the selling price. I mean, this is the mark on. Okay? So, this is the mark on natin. And then, kapag ka-inad mo siya doon sa cost natin, dapat pareho sila ng selling price. Dapat yung selling price mo is pareho dun sa makukuha mo. So, since here, nawawala yung selling price natin, kunin muna natin yung selling price natin. So, as you remember from the past lesson that we have cost is equals to the selling price all over 1 plus rate based on cost. Check lang natin kung tama. Kung paano makuha yung cost natin. Escape. Rate based on cost. Okay, so cost, selling price 1 plus RC. Selling price 1 plus RC. Yan. So, from here, derive natin para makuha natin yung selling price natin. So, multiply mo lang siya, cross multiply. So, this is 1. So, selling price is equals to the cost times 1 plus RC. Okay, so solve lang natin yung selling price natin saglit. So, our selling price is equals to the cost. Yung cost natin is, where is our cost? Okay, yung cost natin is 295. This is just for the checking kung tama ba yung mga nakuha nating rate based on cost. Yung rate based on the selling price from the rate based on cost na given natin. Check lang natin kung tama. But this is from the another lesson, no? So, yung cost natin is 295. 1 plus yung rate based on cost 0.36. Okay. So, 295 1.36. Multiply natin siya. We have 295 times 1.36. We will have 401.2. Okay, so this is the selling price. So, as you can see, kapag inad natin to pagka-inad natin yung nakuha nating amount na mark on based on rate based on cost, which is 106.2, pag inad natin yan doon sa cost natin, so yung cost is 295 plus 106.2, that is equivalent to 401.2, which means tama yung nakuha natin dito na 106.2. Pero hindi pa natin yan nako-confirm kung tama ba yung formula natin, which is this one. Confirm muna natin kung tama ba siya. Multiply muna natin si rate based on cost, rate based on selling price. Multiply natin siya sa selling price natin, which is 401.2. So, rate based on selling price natin, which is this one, we have 26.47. Pag ginawa natin yung decimal, we will have 26.2647 multiply by 401.2. So, in your calculator, 401.2 multiply by 0.2647, that is equivalent to, mark on natin, based on selling price, equivalent to 106.19764. So, kapag i-analyze mo siya, this is also equivalent to 106.2. So, 0.1 lang, 0.01 lang yung difference nila dito. So, kapag inad mo yung 1, let's say, kunin mo na lang yung 2 decimal, 106.19. Kapag inad mo yan, doon sa cost natin, which is 295, ang makukuha mo is 401.19, which is very near. So, magkalapit lang. Pero kung kinuha natin lahat ng decimal kanina dito, saktong-sakto yan. But since nagbawas na tayo doon, that's why we have 401.19, which means, as I have said before, kapag malapit na malapit, dapat ganyan lang yung difference nila. 0.01 lang yung difference nila. Okay? Pero kapag gusto mo makuha yung saktong-sakto, but acceptable naman na to. Okay? So, next tayo sa second example natin. Dito, kunin na lang natin yung rate based on cost at saka yung rate based on selling price. Okay. So, in here, isi-solve natin yung rate based on cost natin. So, okay. Compute the mark on rate based on cost. So, kunin muna natin yung given natin. Sells the netbook computer sleeve for 983. So, selling price. So, selling price natin is equivalent to 983.55. And then, compute the mark on based on cost. So, rate based on cost is the one that is missing. Tapos, bought the sleeve for 790, which is their cost, 790. Okay? So, from our past lesson, again, rate based on cost natin yung missing is equivalent to, check lang natin kung ano yung formula na meron tayo. So, we're looking for the rate based on cost, tas given yung cost sa selling price. Rate based on cost. Okay, so RC is equals to MOC. Okay. So RC is equals to mark on all over the cost. Okay? So, since yung mark on natin is nawawala, solve muna natin si mark on. So, mark on is equals to selling price minus the cost. Yan yung formula natin para makuha yung mark on. So, selling price natin is 983.55. Then, minus the cost na 790. So, on your calculator, we have 983.55 minus 790. 983.55 minus 790. Ang makukuha natin na mark on is equivalent to 193.55. Okay. So, since may mark on na tayo, which is this one, may cost na tayo, this is this one. Kunin na natin yung rate based on cost natin. So, rate based on cost, yung mark on natin, substitute mo lang, 193.55 all over yung cost natin, which is 790. Okay? So, 193.55 divide by 790. Ang makukuha natin is 0.245. So, kapag minove natin dyan into percentage, 1, 2, we will have 24.5%. Okay. So, meron na tayo ngayong rate based on cost. So, kunin lang natin yung rate based on selling price natin using our rate based on cost na given. So, rate based on the selling price is equals to the rate based on cost all over 1 plus rate based on cost. Check lang natin kung tama. Rate based, okay, RC 1 plus RC. Okay, so correct siya. Substitute na natin ngayon yung given. Substitute yung given, rate based on selling price is equals to rate based on cost natin, which is 0.245 all over 1 plus 0.245. So, 0.245, 1.245. Then, on your calculator, 0.245 divided by 1.245, makukuha natin is 0.19678714859438. So, kunin na lang natin yung apat na digits. So, we have 0.1967. So, kapag ginawa mo yung percentage, we have 19.67%. So, this is rate based on the selling price. Okay? So, para malaman kung tama ba yan, this is not necessary, no? Pero, para ma-check mo lang kung tama yung mga ginagawa mo. So, yung rate based on cost, multiply mo sa cost. And then, rate based on selling price, multiply mo sa selling price. So, sa cost muna tayo. Rate based on cost, multiply by the cost. Yung rate based on cost natin is 0.245. Yung cost naman natin is 790. Okay? Calculator, 0.245 times 790. That is equivalent to 193.55. Okay, so this is the rate based on cost. Yung rate based on selling price naman, rate based on selling price, multiply natin sa selling price. Rate based on selling price is 0.1967 multiply by the selling price, which is 983.55. Multiply natin 983.55 times 0.1967. This is equivalent to 193.464285. 2 decimal na lang. This is equivalent to 193.46. Okay. So, as you can see, 0.1 lang yung difference nila. So, this is really near. The reason why hindi siya sakto is because hindi natin kinuha yung buong digit nila dito. Pero kung kinuha natin yan, saktong-sakto yan. So, at least, alam mo na malapit sila, means tama yung ginawa mong solution. So, that would be all for the relationship between the rate based on cost sa rate based on the selling price. So, the purpose of this one, kapag meron ka lang rate based on cost, pwede mong makuha si rate based on the selling price. At kapag meron kang rate based on the selling price, is pwede mong makuha si rate based on cost. So, meron tayong direct na formula para makuha yun. So, that is the purpose of this lesson. So, thank you for watching.